Welcome to my channel where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially the forthcoming 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. Without much ado, let's go into the issue that we have to discuss. As campaigns kicked off across the country on Wednesday, September 28th, 2022, another opinion poll by American media giant Bloomberg gave Peter Obi 72% lead ahead of his competitors. That is the issue we are going to talk about today. That is the burning issue and the exciting issue, especially for those who are obedient. And this is how the Bloomberg captured it. And I will put the link of the Bloomberg report under this video so that people can go and read it and verify that what I'm talking about is real and not a figment of my own imagination. Now, this is the headline of the Bloomberg report. A surprise presidential candidate leads the race to lead Nigeria. Poll shows. That's the headline. And I will read you the report so that you'll be able to understand what happened. Peter Obi scored 72% among those who have decided how to vote. Main party candidates much less favored in premise data poll. And the report continues. A third party candidate is the top choice to become the next president of Africa's most populous country, according to a new opinion poll. A clear majority of respondents say they intend to vote for Peter Obi, a former state governor, in elections scheduled for February. The result of the survey conducted by Bloomberg News by Premise Data Corp were published on Wednesday. Wednesday is September 28th, the day that the campaign started officially in Nigeria. The result of the survey conducted for Bloomberg News by Premise Data Corp were published on Wednesday as the official campaign to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari kicked off. Of this 92% of participants who say that they have decided how to vote, 72% named Obi as their first choice of those who are still as their first choice. So 72% say that Peter Obi is their first choice. And of those who are still unsure, that's the undecided, 45% said that the 61-year-old is their preferred candidate. Even among those who have yet to make up their mind, 45% of them say if push come to shove, they have to vote, that they will vote for Peter Obi, even though they have not yet made up their mind which of the party candidate they will vote for. But if they were to choose, they will vote for Peter Obi. Now, this is how the presidential race looked like from the Bloomberg report. The survey, this is how it looked like. The poll shows Obi is most favored candidate before February election. Obi scored 72% of the votes of those who have decided who would say that they know who they are going to vote for. Obi got 72% of those who have already decided who they will vote for in this election. He got 45% of the undecided. Bola Ahmed Tinubu got only 16% of the decided voters and 23% of the undecided. Atiku Abubakar got only 9% of the decided and 17% of the undecided. And this data is from premise data. The source of this information is from premise data, which was commissioned by Bloomberg News to conduct this poll. The San Francisco, United States headquartered data company surveyed 3,973 Nigerians from September 5 to September 20th. So this research, they did it between September 5th and September 20th. Respondents to the app-based poll were selected from quotas developed by age, gender, and location across the country's 6 geopolitical zones. Results were then weighted against the original quotas to ensure national representation. About 44% of Nigerians own smartphones, according to the Alliance for Affordable Internet. Now, before I go further on this, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you. The candidates of the two main parties that have ruled Nigeria since the restoration of democracy in 1999 fared less well. Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress garnered 16% of decided voters and 23% of those yet to make up their mind. Atiku Abubakar of the main opposition People's Democratic Party tallied 9% and 17% respectively. Peter Obi, a former two-term governor of the southeastern Anambra State, is running on the ticket of Labour Party, which won a single seat in the Senate and House of Representatives in the last election in 2019. The APC and the PDP dominate both chambers of parliament. The report of Bloomberg continues. He said, in a relatively short time, Obi has built up enthusiastic base known as obedience, initially online, but increasingly in the streets, who aim to cause an upset on February 25. Three-quarters of respondents say that their country is heading in the wrong direction. A combined 88% listed the economy and jobs, corruption, and security, three pillars of the campaign that brought Buhari to power in 2015, as the most important issues facing their communities. More than 65% of those polled named Obi as the candidate best able to improve the economy, tackle corruption, and reduce insecurity. Tinubu ranked second in each measure, ahead of Abubakar. Now, these polls are very interesting. This poll, particularly, is very interesting because this poll was done by Americans. Nobody can accuse them of bias. Nobody can accuse them of lack of knowledge on how to conduct opinion poll. And Bloomberg is one of the most respected news organization in the world and in the United States, where it is headquartered. It is one of the most reliable news organization in America, especially when it comes to the issue of business. And I'm not surprised that Bloomberg, being a business-oriented media, is interested in the outcome in the outcome of the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria, to the level that it has to commission a data company to conduct this survey. And this survey is scientific, it is credible, and it can be presented anywhere in the world because Bloomberg itself is a very powerful brand that you cannot toy with their assessment. And they cannot come out with this publication if they have not done due diligence and satisfy themselves that truly the data company that they hired to conduct this thing, this poll, did an excellent job. Why am I saying this? Don't forget that a while ago there were some other polls that were conducted, which some people try to demarcate or to whittle down its impact, trying to question the capacity, the capability, the neutrality of those who conducted it. Now, there was an opinion poll that came out earlier, the NOI and ANA poll. In that opinion poll conducted by NOI and ANA, the poll showed 21% lead for Peter Obi. You remember the the kind of hula baloo that followed that report. They tried to discredit it, but the NOI stood his ground because he had been conducting this type of polls successfully and with accuracy that is unparalleled in his results. He projected Jonathan's win in 2011 and Jonathan won. He projected Muhammad Buhari's win in 2015. It came to pass. He projected Muhammad Buhari's win again in 2019 and it came to pass. In 2023, they projected Peter Obi. And some people try to pretend as if they don't know that NOI and ANA, they have track record of transparency, of accuracy in their reports. Now, there was another opinion poll that came out just recently, a few weeks after the ANA poll. This one was done by We Together Foundation. In that opinion poll, it also showed that Peter Obi is leading Tinubu and Atiku with 51% of the votes or those polled. Okay? Now, ahead of as the election campaign kicked off on Wednesday, September 28th, the Bloomberg has come out with its own poll, which it commissioned. And Peter Obi is leading his competitors with 72%. Now, what does this show? This shows that there is a progressive increase in the acceptability and in winning the hearts and minds of Nigerians. Okay? The first poll by NOI, Obi was leading with 21%. In the second poll by We Together Foundation, Obi's margin of lead increased to 51%. Now, as the campaign has kicked off, Obi is leading with 72% of those polled. What does it show you? It shows you that as we move closer to the election, Obi will continue to give gap to his competitors to the level that if the competitors are not careful, Obi will have a runaway victory in the 2023 presidential election. That is what I can decipher from these polls so far. Okay? Let me say it again. In the first poll, Obi led, the first poll by NOI and ANA, Obi led his competitors with 21% of the votes. In the one following it, another opinion poll following it by We Together, Obi led with 51% of the votes. The one following it now by Bloomberg News, one of the most credible media company in the world, Obi is leading with 72%. If this does not tell you something, then nothing will tell you anything. It shows that as the days of the campaign keep on increasing, as we get closer to the election, Obi will continue to give gap to his competitors, all things being equal. And if the competitors didn't do anything to narrow this gap, Obi will have a runaway victory. You can take that to the bank, and you had it first here. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button. Hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.